Oh, hey guys! Welcome to another amazing episode of the Boston Chris podcast with yours truly, Boston Chris. Man, Jillian Hudson is a 17-year-old Texas badass, a prodigy, a future superstar, I promise. This girl right here is going to leave you breathless after this show. Jillian is a Texas native through and through. She dominates the stage with an unfiltered, dynamic energy and a voice often likened to a powerful natural force. Her extraordinary musical prowess first surfaced during her upbringing, showcasing a range that spans from soulful depths to spine-tingling highs. As a singer-songwriter, she meticulously refined her artistry in local bars, infusing her lyrics with emotions of resilience, love, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Jillian's compositions, serving as anthems for solace and fortitude, strike a profound chord, committed to pushing the boundaries of artistic expression while staying rooted in her country origins. She forges enduring connections with every note she delivers. In the realm of music, Jillian stands as an indelible presence, etching unforgettable impressions on the hearts of her audiences. I could not be more excited about having Jillian Hudson on the show today. Make sure you guys please like the episode anywhere you're watching, YouTube, Spotify, wherever. Click the like button. If you want to see more in-depth interviews like this, make sure you hit the subscribe or follow button and comment down below your favorite part of this episode. I appreciate y'all for supporting podcasting. And without any further ado, let's get into it with Jillian Hudson.
It's time to jam. It's time to mingle. It's time to see what everyone's drinking. It's time to jam. It's time to mingle. It's time to see what everyone's drinking. Until we all lose connection.
Hey y'all, this is Scott Sean White, and thank you for tuning in to the Boston Chris Show.
All right, guys, it's the Boston Chris Show. We keep them coming here, and we have a really special guest today, somebody that I have just learned about recently, within the last 3 or 4 months or so. Miss Jillian Hudson is here on the show for the first time. How are you today, Jillian?
I'm doing great, and you, sir?
Not too bad, man. I don't like to use words like badass in front of kids, but you are a badass, in my opinion.
Thank you so much. And don't be concerned with saying curse words. My dad was a fireman for 22 years, so I grew up in a firehouse. I know just about every curse word there is, and then some.
Yeah, firehouses will do that to you.
Yes, sir.
Man, we're really excited to have Jillian here. She shared a couple of live songs with us too, so we're going to talk about those. The first one is called "Death Do Us Part," and I got to ask first, how old are you, Jillian?
I'm 17 years old.
Okay, so this is Jillian is 17. This is a murder song, y'all. There's no other way of putting this song. This is a straight, true murder song called "Death Do Us Part." Tell us about this song, Jillian. How did it come to be?
Well, I stay up late. Like, I don't sleep. Ever. It's a problem. And my parents get upset at me. They'll be like, Julian, how are you doing today? And I'll just groggily go, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, why are you tired? Well, it's because I didn't sleep, so it's my own dang fault. But one night, I think it was 1 a.m, I was still up, and I just got "Death Do Us Part" in my brain. And I was like, okay, like the vow? And they was like, yes, but murder. And so I literally, it's in my notes book, "Death Do Us Part," in parentheses, murder. And then the next morning, I was like, okay, wait, how would that go? So I turned it into a song about insurance fraud. And I told... So I had a little bit of trouble writing the third verse because I knew I wanted them to have a verse together.
Yeah.
But when I finally figured it out, I called my dad. I was like, hey, I wrote this song about this, that, and the other thing. And he said, okay, that sounds like a lot. I'll listen to it when I get home. He did not get a chance to listen to it. I had a radio interview that same day, and I played it at the interview.
Awesome. Oh man, I was just about to give kudos to mom and dad for letting you write such awesome songs, and here you are just playing them out and about without them listening to it. That's good stuff, man.
You snooze, you lose.
That's right. This is Death Do Us Part from Jillian Hudson. Y'all check it out.
Well, I cut the brake line and I told him to drive safely that morning. Nothing to do, so I sat down and I waited on the porch. I got a call and the man said there'd been an accident. But luckily your husband made it. Been putting arsenic in his breakfast for days. Don't think he's noticed, but he hasn't been hungry as of late. I drove him home and I tucked him out into bed. Started planning what I could try next. Yes, I still love him more than I should, but his insurance looks too good. And somehow I'm gonna stop his heart. Till death do us part. Now ladies, don't get too excited and don't put nothing into practice, 'cause this is his verse. Well, I gifted her some makeup with a little lethal powder in the mix. She said thank you, but that shade won't look good on her skin. She's got a habit of smoking while she cooks. Lace some with fat, and as she's quitting, she don't like the way she looks. Yes, I still love her more than I should, but her insurance looks too good. And that's why I'm gonna stop her heart. Till death do us part. Well, she got her hands on a poisonous candle that week. She lit it and snuck out the back door early that morning. He left and let the gas leak and waited for a call. Yes, I still love him, her more than I should. Want that insurance looks too good. Now somehow I'm gonna stop your heart. I love you, babe, till death do us part. Well, the candle and the gas set the house ablaze, and the only death was nosy neighbor Dave, who'd been stealing our mail for quite a while. A little shaken and kinda stirred, we got a hotel and waited for the word, and the insurance man sent a check that made us smile. Yes, I still love him now more than I should. With all this money, you can say we're doing good. Now he'll forever have my heart for real this time. Till death do us part. What? Ooh.
All right, so we're back with Jillian. What a great tune. I got to tell you the truth. I hadn't heard that song until you sent it to me today. And so I'm playing it here in the studio, and I'm literally feeding the lyrics to my wife through Messenger, right? And then I said, guess how old the songwriter is. She couldn't do it. I was like, this is 16 or 17-year-old Jillian Hudson, and she couldn't believe it. Just a phenomenal song. I love it, love it, love it. It's going to go into my playlist for sure. So, again, we have Jillian Hudson here. We do ask an icebreaker question, and I imagine this is going to be a different answer than most of our guests. But what are your favorite drinks right now?
Shirley Temple and water, which is funny because I don't ever drink it. I need to. My
Yeah.
parents and my friends and sisters, they get on me for it, but then they yell at me for setting a timer to drink water.
Well, that's
But I
the
only do.
professional answer, right? I think all musicians and touring musicians especially have to answer water to that question. I think it might be in your contract.
I think it is. It's written somewhere down there along with like sell your soul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Probably.
fine.
You got to read the fine print. So
This
Jillian,
is very
where
true.
did you grow up?
I grew up in, oh goodness. Okay. It was mostly, so for my actual childhood, like baby to 4 or 5, I was in New Braunfels.
Okay,
And then 5, 6 to how old I am now, I've been in Dripping Springs.
okay. So
Yes, which is West Austin.
two very very prominent musician towns. I would feel right. They both have. I mean, Dripping Springs has the Songwriter Festival, and of course, New Braunfels is New Braunfels when it comes to music. So,
Sure.
so what's it like growing up for you?
Uh, yeah, that's such a loaded question. I'm sorry. I'm like thinking of all the different things like actually growing up. It's a it's a lot of fun to be me and growing up. I mean, I play at bars all the time, which is not a normal kid experience, but
No,
it
of course not.
definitely
Yeah,
shaped me as a person. Like one of the things it's done for me is I am afraid of kids my age, but I can hold a conversation with a drunk person like nobody's business. I've It's kind of like talking to toddlers. It's fun.
yeah, it is truly. You're not wrong. It is like talking to toddlers. Golly, now that I think
I just
about it.
pitch my voice a little bit higher, lean in. How
Yeah,
was that,
yeah.
honey?
I get you. Just a little, being soft with everybody, right? You just have to be super soft. Man, so you said you're afraid of kids your age. What does that mean?
Anymore, but when I was 10, 13-ish, I was really scared of talking to kids my age. But then I joined the Central Texas shooting team, and I had to socialize with a bunch of teenage boys and a bunch of teenage girls, and that was a very humbling experience. But now I've got the hang of it, and it's much easier.
So, I mean, essentially what you're saying is you're probably an old soul, right? Just no time for all of that other stuff.
Well, a little bit. I used to be a super old soul, and I still am, but when I'm with my friends, I'm kind of a jackwagon.
Yeah. And are you an only child, or how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 siblings, an older and a younger.
Okay, and so what's the difference for you, like socially speaking, between having siblings and then kind of trying to be socially accepted outside of your family too? There's a difference, right?
Sure. I would say I don't care about being socially accepted. I mean, I
Good,
will.
good.
I don't, my give a damn's busted.
Yeah.
So I just say what I think, and sometimes I feel guilty about it.
So your give a damn got busted at a really young age. Then that's amazing.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, my dad taught it
The
to me.
firehouse, yeah. The back to the firehouse, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotcha. So, kind of what are the roles of your family in helping you with the music? Like, do you remember what your first musical memories were as a kid?
My family has always been into music. Like, back to the firehouse, my dad would go to work for 48 hours, and my mom, my sisters, and I would just turn the music all the way up, and we would scream any song that we were interested in at that time. And one day it got turned down a little lower, and they realized I was kind of hitting the notes. So I've always been into music. My mom says that I would hum myself to sleep as a baby. As a toddler, I was, like all toddlers do, but writing my own little songs. And then at 10, when they found out that I could actually sing, one of my first music memories is my dad sitting me down and saying, "Hey, I'd be willing to learn guitar for you if you wanted something like that when you're on stage." And so that's kind of how it progressed.
Well, that's badass, man. Your dad, yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff right there, man. So, did you guys kind of learn guitar together then?
No, I could not for the life of me figure out my hand because I was small.
Yeah.
My fingers couldn't reach any of the strings. So my dad would try to teach me, but I was always like, I don't really want to. And then my siblings would be interested and he would try to teach them, but then they would complain about their fingers hurting. So when I got a little bit older, after he'd been playing guitar for me for I think 2 years was how long it took me to actually get into it. Um, I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn whether my fingers can reach the strings or not. And he taught me. So he'd already learned. Um,
Well, that
and
had to
then
be beneficial then, huh? As a young player, having somebody in the house that you can ask questions to.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. He
So,
definitely taught me.
go ahead.
He definitely taught me the old redneck way. He sent me 3 chords, told me to not to complain, and sent me to my room.
Yep, there you go. That's the way to do it, man. Uh, man, I love this. I love chatting with folks that are young in the art. But I mean, you just listening to your songs, your lyrics, the way you play. Um, you'd never guess you were, still under 18. It's just ridiculous to me. So there's a lot of questions here that I have, and I'm just trying to figure out the order to ask them. You mentioned that you were writing songs like real young as a toddler, and I know what you mean. Probably just coming up with lyrics or little melodic things that you hum or kind of almost scat as a kid, right? Um, you
Exactly.
know what I'm talking about, right? So I feel like the earlier somebody does that, the more mature they're going to be within their songwriting if they do pursue it earlier in time. Do you feel like that's kind of the case for you?
Maybe. I've never really liked my writing style, so I don't really get the hype around it being mature and whatever. So I have a lot of trouble answering questions like that.
Awesome.
If my mom was here, she would be like, "Oh yeah, of course. She matured so quickly in her writing."
Well, that's great that you answered that way. I like the fact that you don't like your own writing style. Tell me what it is about it that you don't like.
Well, on one hand, it's too serious, and on the other hand, it's too silly. So it's the extremes, and I'm never gonna be happy with myself, which is difficult, but I mean, other people like it, so.
So let me try to help you then. There's an old adage in the music business, and maybe you've heard this already, but this might actually help you like your own style. They say the song rules the way, the song leads the way, the song always wins. Whatever shape you put that in, regardless of where you end up, the song is always going to take you where it wants to go. So that's really, I would say you're less of a driver and more of a passenger when it comes to that.
Yes, sir. I especially, okay. I guess my previous answer was kind of a lie. Some of my songs, the song definitely leads, but it's all from Jesus.
Right. Awesome
Like
stuff.
I've got
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
like I've got some sadder like healing from heartbreak songs that I definitely felt like a tug from God to write. So while I still don't like them, I don't like them a little less than the other ones because I know that they're meant for someone.
And have you had coaching with your songwriting?
No, sir. I've done all of my writing all by myself.
And what about, have you had any coaching whatsoever, like guitars, vocals, anything?
Vocals, yes. I think I had 1 or 2 guitar lessons with a coach that ooh. I've had 1 or 2 guitar lessons, but they never really stuck. And I'm not a good learner. I'm not a good student.
You got two sisters. That's probably got something to do with that.
Yes, sir, definitely.
uh,
I've learned the art of selective hearing.
Here's a question for you as somebody who's outside your sphere and a fan of yours. I like your songwriting, okay? But you're the writer, you're the creator of your own art. So how are you able to get through those circumstances where you don't necessarily like what you're doing, but again, we just mentioned the song leads the way, or Jesus is giving it to you, whatever. How do you get yourself to finalize something that you don't necessarily care for?
Well, I always just step into the shoes of an arrogant person or someone that actually likes their music, and then I'll try to find like a line that I like to just keep myself going.
So
But
are you
also,
saying
I'll
it's
just
probably more humility rather than just because there's like I hear I don't like my own music and I'm thinking imposter syndrome. Do you know what that is?
yes, sir. I definitely feel that.
Yeah. So like there's a difference between imposter syndrome and like being humble, right? Like being humble is just, you know, I'm going to do this and if people like it then great. I'm just going to leave my ego out of it and if we get good words or reactions from it then great. Imposter syndrome is that's just your inner voice telling you everything sucks, right?
I think it's a little bit of both
Yeah.
for me. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, that's a cool line. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. It never lasts for long, but I mean, it's there.
How often do you like trash something? You know what I mean? Like you write something out and you just get rid of it because of those inner voices or being too humble.
I never get rid of stuff.
Awesome.
Ever. It terrifies me to be, because I know the one thing that I delete, I'm going to be thinking about in the middle of the night one night. I'm going to be just the vibes of it. I won't remember any lyrics, what it was about, just that I remember it being really good. And then I'll look through my notes and it's not there. And I'm terrified that that's going to happen. So I never delete anything, no matter how terrible I think it is.
That's good. That means your human instinct for hoarding is overcoming everything else, right? You're just going to keep
Mhm.
everything, never throw anything away. That's good when you're a songwriter. Big, big, big. So, man, I've seen so many different ways of people describing you and your art, and I've seen Outlaw Country, I've seen Red Dirt, I've seen folk, Americana. How would you describe yourself musically?
We were just having a conversation about this. My mom wants me to find a category to fit myself into, but honestly, I feel like I would be cheating the people in all of the different genres if I were to pigeonhole myself into one of them. And I'm not saying like I'm so diverse, I'm just in everything, I'm just so awesome. I'm saying I can't settle down on one thing. My mind is always changing.
Yeah, and if that's the way you feel about it, I would try to self-describe your songs rather than you as a complete art or complete,
Okay.
like describe the painting, not the museum, essentially.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So like if you have a folk song, hey guys, I have this folk Americana song that you guys should check out. If you have more of a southern rock kind of gritty edge, maybe almost grungy kind of song, like I know you have, then you can use.
I thought about like three when you said that.
Yeah, exactly. So like you can use that to describe the song, and then if somebody asks you to describe yourself, you just say listen to the music.
Listen to the music.
Yeah,
You'll hear all of my problems in there.
that's right.
You'll know exactly what's going on in my brain.
Yeah. So, man, we're going to get into her process for writing here in a minute, but one of the things I love about you, Jillian, as an artist is your songs reach different emotional kind of places, right? You have your happy songs, you have your sad songs, you have your whacked out crazy songs. How are you able to do that? Like, how are you able to kind of morph into a different emotion? Because most people, if they're going through a tough time in life, they're going to write sad songs. And if they're going through a really joyful period in life, they're going to write happy songs. For you, you're able to do both. So how are you able to? Is that just being young? Do you think?
It might just be being young, but I get a lot of vibes from my writing, not like specific lines or specific melodies from the stuff I read and the movies I watch. So I'm able to just write about whatever all the time because I put myself in the shoes of characters, or I get like, again, I get lines from God.
Yeah.
So if he wants me to, if I'm in a sad mood and he's like, actually, no, you're going to write a fun song about insurance fraud and murder, then that's what I do.
So it's almost like vicarious writing, right? For just writing through other perspectives and stuff. If that's the case, how do you connect so passionately to a song and the lyrics to it if you haven't lived it yourself?
Ooh. I think I just, if okay, I'm going to take one of my favorite songs that I've written, which is hard for me to say because which is easy for me to say because I don't have very many favorite songs. Montana. It's a song about loving someone who's not ready to settle down. Never gone through that experience. I've never been the person not ready to settle down. But I put myself in the shoes of this character that I've created, this woman, and I've created this whole world because I think of my songs as like a world. Like I create an entire world with my songs, at least for me. I know it's not that deep for other people, but these are my children that I don't like, but they're my children anyways. And so I have my little world and I get into my world and I put myself in the shoes of this woman and then I sing it from her perspective. So it's not really me.
Yeah.
It's like I got multi-personality disorder.
So the story is longer than the song, essentially, for you.
Yes, sir.
I love that. So, like, I mean, you're essentially so. I mean, you mentioned you watch movies. Are you into books as well? Do you spend a lot of time in books?
100%. Right now, I'm going through a little bit of a dry spell, but I will read a ton of books in a weekend if left alone. I'm also the type of person who gets grumpy if you interrupt me while I'm reading, which happens a lot when you live in when you live in a house where you can hear everything going on and you've got two sisters that need you constantly and two parents that need you to be doing chores.
Yep.
Completely understandable. It's really annoying when you're finally getting to the fight scenes.
Do you feel like, or do you find yourself like reading through a book or something and just get a song idea and then just throw the book down and start writing? Does that happen to you?
Kind of. So I even get upset at myself if ideas start interrupting my reading. That's how crazy I am.
Yeah.
So I will, if I get an idea, I'll really quickly, angrily mumble a voice note into my phone, put it back down, finish the chapter. If it's cliffhanger, I read another chapter. If
Interesting.
not, I will take a break and I will go write that song.
Right. So you can get yourself back into that space that you were in when you paused it, right?
Exactly.
Incredible stuff, man. This is not normal for your age. I hope you know that. Like, this is genuinely not normal, especially from someone who has not had any mentorship in songwriting. Is that something you're planning on doing, seeking out someone, co-writing, things like that?
If Cameron Whitcomb wants to mentor me, I would not complain.
You hear that? She would not say no. Great answer. Let's talk about songwriting a little bit. We have kind of skirted around the issue a little bit, but there's no wrong way, as you know, to writing a song, but there are certainly methods to doing so. Are you more of a spontaneous writer, or are you more of a planned songwriter?
I would say again, I know this has got to be so annoying. I'm both.
Yeah.
I'll be cleaning the kitchen and I'll get a melody or a line or literally one word and that sparks an entire thing, or it'll be a while since I've gotten something spontaneous and I'll sit down and I'll strum around on my guitar for a little bit and write something then. So I'm a little bit of both.
So looking back at those times when you were planned rather than spontaneous, are you able to see a difference in quality between the two?
Not necessarily. I think, I'm trying to think of ones that I came up with spontaneously. Okay. Well, Montana is one of my favorite songs. I came up with that spontaneously versus Mountain Lover, which I still love, but mostly because I like how melodic it is. And I would choose Montana over Mountain Lover.
Yeah. So, but I mean, there's not much of a difference between spontaneous writing and planned writing for you, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
it's not something that you can just kind of be like, man, every time I plan a song right, it sucks. But every time I'm just like, drawn to something spontaneously, it's amazing. I love that you're able to do both, and they're both equally satisfying from a creative standpoint. Is your songwriting more melodic or lyrical at first? Like, are you hearing the melody first and then adding the lyrics later, or are you hearing a hook or a title or something and then writing the song around that? Again. Both.
Again, it's a little bit of everything.
Okay, perfect. I love that.
Sorry, I'm a pain in the butt.
Well, what do you like more? Let's put it that way. Do you like a melodic first or a lyrical first?
I like a lyrical first because a lot of the times if I get like a hook or something, the melody comes with it.
Yeah.
like immediately. But if I get a melody, then it's just the
Well,
melody.
it's funny
and I
because
have to figure
songwriters
out,
say that words have their own melody, and I mean, I'm not a songwriter. I don't hear a melodic structure around a word, but songwriters do, and that's crazy to me. Like that, when you hear a word or a sentence, a string of words, you're actually hearing the melody behind that. Do you feel like it's more of a struggle to add a melody later, or I mean, rather add lyrics later to a melody?
yes, but only because the lyrics never perfectly match the melody that I've created. So I have to alter that cool melody that I just spent time
Yeah,
coming up with to fit the lyrics instead of altering the lyrics to fit the
yeah,
melody.
that's going to be frustrating. Yeah, definitely, I get you. Let's talk about in the studio because you have released several singles out to radio and, of course, to digital platforms everywhere. What's it like in the studio for you? Because a lot of people say that's when the real work begins, right? For music, like you can write and you can play out and all that stuff, but really, once you get in the studio, that's when you're a working musician. So, what's that like for you?
That is so I never really have a plan for what I'm gonna do with my songs, which is terrible, but I always try to figure something out to put in my music. And I would say that's where the hard work is before I even enter the studio. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like just poring over all the different music that it could sound like, and I'll try to
Are you
pull
talking
different
about
instruments.
instrumentation here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I'll try to like pull different instruments out of different songs and be like, oh, I like that one note,
Mm-hmm.
that one singular note. I like how that sounds. Can we get that in my song? But really, when we get into the studio, we do a quick live recording just with a metronome just to keep me on beat because I'm never on beat. I always speed up or slow down, and that makes my producer so mad. So they set me up on a metronome, which I hate because then I can't speed up and slow down. How rude.
Yeah.
Um, and then I sit back while they do stuff. And most of the time, I'm just sitting on my phone. And if something comes to me while they're setting up the drums or they need to ask me a question, then I'll become present for them. But for the most time, I kind of just sit back and I tell them immediately what I was thinking, and they take that and run.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I love my producer, Matt Noveski. I recorded The Orb with Matt Noveski, and he's awesome. He speaks teenage girl. It's amazing.
Man, that's awesome. Teenage
It's a
girl.
difficult
It
language.
is truly. It truly is. Yeah. So yeah, I've got three daughters, so I know what teenage girl is. Believe me, I got you. Yeah. Incredible stuff here. I love that you know when to be hands on and when to be hands off in the studio. That's really important. It's also important to sponge, right? Like just be. I mean, like keeping your ego at the door and being able to kind of hear all things, whether it's positive or negative, from your producer. Because I feel like a good producer has to be completely honest, right? And then a good
Exactly.
artist in the studio has to be completely open to that honesty. Otherwise, it doesn't work, right?
Exactly, which is definitely what Matt and I have going on. He is awesome with receiving ideas, giving ideas, and knowing when to let something go if it hasn't been working out.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Where are you learning this stuff, man? Like, is this just you? This is organically happening for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, my mom tried to get me to like actually try to sit down and figure out how everything works, but I soak stuff up better if you throw me into the situation. It's like my driving. I was a terrible driver when they were teaching me. Like I'm surprised I passed my driver's test. I was bad. And they were like, "We're not letting you out of the house until we think you're good enough." And then someone said, "Just let her go." And they were like, "Fine." And now, great driver. Ish. Don't talk to my sisters. Don't ask for
She
confirmation from
said
them.
ish.
I'm a great driver.
So it's trial by fire for you, just learning as you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. That's good stuff, man. You obviously you're 17 years old. How long you been doing the music thing again?
Oh Lord. I started getting lessons at 10. I was on my first stage at 11. I wrote my first song at 12. I wrote my first song at 12 and got my first paid gig at 12. I recorded my first song at 14,
Wow.
released it at I was almost 15, I think. And then everything from there, it's just been uphill.
So 7 years essentially of your life, which is almost half. I mean, it's a little less than half. And your
Yes, sir.
entire teenage years have been spent some way in the music life. I know from prior interviews and researching you that you are homeschooled. But I would love to hear from your perspective kind of how difficult or easy, I guess, it could be either one, has it been for you to balance kind of having a childhood while also having this dream of being a musician and an artist? Because it's important to still be a kid when you're supposed to be a kid, right?
Yes, sir. I completely, yeah. Well, it was really easy for me because I'd never had friends. So it was an hour of schoolwork and then music the rest of the day. Or if when I was younger, when I was 10, 11, 12-ish, I would take a break in the middle of the day to run around and play with my little sister. All sorts of different games that I would be completely embarrassed to tell anyone about.
Yeah,
It's in the sister pack. No one will hear about it.
that's good stuff, man. It's hard because like you seem so adult to me, right? Like I've just met you today, and so I would just say, as an outsider, just make sure you live your life too. You know what I'm saying? That's important. And
Yes, sir.
right now, your life is a 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy 17. Don't let dreams and other things get in the way of your present. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I feel like
Yeah.
you can kind of lose that, right? Like you can lose that normal in your life by being a superstar, because that's what you are, really. You know. You're not gonna say that. I said that. I said that. All right. Because it's happening, Jillian. It's gonna happen. So get used to it. I'm just trying to impart a little advice as you become more of a superstar. Make sure you enjoy the moment too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we've got Jillian Hudson here on the show for the very first time, and man, we're talking about some pretty deep stuff here. And she's still such a young artist, such a young lady. And I'm excited to have her on, but she's going to do a second song for us, and of course, we're going to have a third song that's going to be included for our Facebook subscriber hub. So if you're wondering how to get to that, just go to @TheBostonChris Show on Facebook and look for the subscriber hub. But this song is called Gasoline. Tell us a little bit about this song.
This song is actually one of the songs that I came up with the melody first.
Nice.
I had a riff that I wanted to play on guitar, which is when the song plays, it's the first the da, 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 da. It's that was supposed to be a guitar riff, and it's actually completely different from the way that I originally had it. But I found the melody first, and I was trying to figure out lyrics to put over it when Bernie Nelson reached out to me, and he was like, "Hey, Jillian, songwriting is your like spontaneous songwriting ability is kind of going to go away as you get older. So I want you to as a practice." So I guess I got a little bit of mentoring from
You
Bernie.
did. I'm like, whoa, come on now, Bernie Nelson, dropping names up in here.
What can I say? What can I say? He said that ability kind of goes away. So as like a little writing exercise, I want you to write me a song about wheels. And I was like, oh, cool, that's so easy. So I sat down. I had a million ideas to write a song about wheels. And I strummed my guitar and I was like, all of these are boring. I'm tired. And then I was like, okay, well, what if instead of writing a song about wheels, we could write a song with the word wheels in it and call it a night? And that's exactly what I did because I am very lazy.
Call it a night. She's over here talking like a 15-year pro here. Jillian, how do you feel when other people call you Outlaw Country?
I think that's cool. I think it's not completely true. I'm always afraid to say I'm something because like if I say I'm country, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're that hip hop
You
country."
feel like
that
you're
no
tied to
one
that,
likes."
right? Like you feel like you're
feel
going
like
to be
I'm gonna
tied to
get-
that. Yeah.
Exactly, and I feel like I'm gonna get hit in the back of the head by
Not
100
doing
piece-
that.
100
Yeah.
people's canes. Like I don't. I'm not trying to anger people, which is why I don't say I'm anything. My mom says I'm something, or other people will say I'm something. I'll be like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I can definitely see that in some of my music. But I mean, I have full on pop-ish songs, which I hate saying. I hate
You
saying
just
that.
mentioned a pop melody in Gasoline. That is a pop melody. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
that's just the way it is, and that there's nothing wrong with having a pop melody in your song at all. Like, there's just not. If people don't like it, then they just need to
Check out a
draw.
different one of my songs.
Well, yeah,
Because
draw.
there's
I
gonna be
was gonna
something
say draw themselves to a different part of your work, but if that particular song doesn't work for them, then that doesn't mean the entire freaking catalog isn't gonna work for them. Anyway, guys,
Exactly.
this is Gasoline by Jillian Hudson. Y'all check it out, and it is a pop melody from an outlaw country artist, quote unquote. Here is Jillian Hudson. Y'all check it out.
Round and round we go, like two lovers on a show. Turn the radio up. Let's keep moving what we call love. I've been saving my pennies for gasoline. I was blind, searching for anything or anyone. Boy, you make me feel numb, numb, numb. No higher and higher, fall or fly in our castle in the sky, reaching out and trying to feel. We're like a car, like a car, like a car with no wheels. Up and up we rise. I've never been good at goodbyes. Well, hold me tight, hold me tight, hold me tight right now. Baby, I don't wanna go die. I've been saving my pennies for gasoline. I was blind, searching for anything or anyone. But boy, you make me feel numb, numb, numb. No higher and higher, far, fly in our castle in the sky, reaching out and trying to feel. We're like a car, like a car, like a car with no wheels. With no
All right, so we are back. You're going to get me on a tangent. I used to be very, very, very vocal about pop music and country. I used to be very vocal against it. I love it now. Absolutely love it. I love the
It
way...
was all me.
Look, country music and all genres of music are supposed to evolve. They're not supposed to be walled in. And for some reason, and I was this person too, I always wanted a wall around my country music, and then because of that, you get stuck in the same era for the next 70 years, and nothing grows and nothing gets better. It's getting better now. You know, you got all of these amazing artists, like, for example, Sierra Ferrell is amazing right now. She's blowing up the genre, and it is a good thing because she's exploding those walls around country music, and that's the opposite of a bad thing. Love it. It's getting better, I promise. Anyway, we are going to do our fun segments with Jillian Hudson, and I always tell the artists that come on the show to check out an episode or two, and if they do, I can usually tell because they know what's coming. So we'll see if Jillian knows what's coming or not. All right, so these are just little TikToks and things that we're going to put out prior to the episode. This is called Having Fun with Jillian Hudson. All right, so the first one is called Did You Know? So can you tell folks something that they may not know about you?
Well, other than the fact that I was on the Central Texas shooting team, that's something that not lots of people know. I mean, it's kind of in my bio. I have God, guns, and guitars. So you can kind of assume that I do something. But just oh my gosh, what was it? Just 3 weeks ago, I was in Ohio for the national championship, and I actually brought back a medal. So I'm a national champion shooter.
Well, congratulations. Y'all be careful out there. She shoots straight. She probably shoots straighter than she drives, according to her sisters. But
Hey. That's alleged. That's all allegedly.
all right, next segment is called Mount Rushmore. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of favorite artists?
Okay, Cameron Whitcomb, Timmy McKeever, Alex Coles, Alec Benjamin.
That's 4. Stop. 4. You get 4. All right. So first 4, she was quick, so that way she can't have any regrets. Good stuff. All right. Next one is called What the Heck. These are 5 rapid fire questions. Just give me the first thing that enters your brain as you hear the question. Okay. If you were a crayon, what color would you be and why?
I would be either dark blue or light green. And why? It's because dark blue is cool, and that's the best tasting one. And then
So when were you going to tell me you were a U.S. Marine once?
I should have said that on the something about me. I should have said that instead of national shooter. That should have been my thing.
All right, number 2. What is no big deal for most people but torture to you?
Small talk. Hate it. Hate it so much. Just sometimes talking to people in general is bad. I'm getting better at it. It's always my fault, but I am so bad in social situations. It's terrible.
Oh my God, I'm horrible at that in text message, right? Like, I feel like just it gets worse as you get older, by the way, Jillian, right? So I'm 49 and I hate wasting time, right? I just despise it. So I'm right to the point. Like, if I have to message somebody, I'm asking the reason why I'm messaging them right away. I don't care about their family or what. It's not that I don't care about their family.
Lots of trees out the window.
I'm just not thinking about those things because the reason why I'm messaging is foremount in my mind. So it's not like, man, I hope your wife is doing great and your kids are awesome, but do you want to come on my show, right? No, I'm just usually right to the point. Hey, what are you doing tonight? You know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Small talk doesn't work for me either. And I think it's just because, you know, as you get older, your hourglass is running out of time.
Exactly.
So, right to the point. That's also why I hate doing things over and over again, like repetitive things, right? Like doing things a second time. Anyway, back on track. Number 3, what is your weirdest talent?
I can make a peacock bird call, and I can meow almost identical to a cat.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, Lord. Which one?
Well, you named both, so we're going to do both.
Lord. Okay, That's our cat's always like making that noise when she wants food.
Okay.
And I'll just make it back at her. That was very, very sad because I'm embarrassed now. Thank you.
Oh my God. Are we gonna get the peacock too, or no?
Do a good one.
Do a good one? Oh, Lord. I
Oh,
I should have done a warm up before this. I didn't. You know what? I take back my thing. You know, making random animal noises might be okay to everyone else, but that's torture to
Oh my
me.
god. It's just funny how quickly you regret your answer to a question, right? What's your weirdest talent? I do a peacock. Okay, go ahead. Wait, what?
Well, my weirdest talent is gonna stay hidden. Oh Lord.
That's great.
Would you, if it's bad, would you cut it out?
I don't know. You shouldn't trust me on that. Let's move on. Number 4. All right, number 4. What world record do you think you have a shot at breaking?
Oh, honey bunny, I ain't got no clue. I'm bad at everything.
Bad at everything. So you
I
could
can't
have
walk
the world
straight
record
line.
at being the worst at everything.
Oh, 100%. I could do that.
See? We
Easy
turn that
peasy.
around to a positive. All right, number 5, last one. Oh, goodness. A lot of these questions I have are for much older than you.
Oh, come on.
All right. Let's see. On average, how many times a week do you hurt yourself attempting to dance in the shower?
Well, I'm not stupid enough to dance in the shower because I'm very uncoordinated, but dancing in general, I would say like 3-4 times a week.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I've got the body of an old person. I snap, crackle, and pop when I roll out of bed. It's bad.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're hurting yourself 3 or 4 times a week on average outside the shower, probably not smart to add soap and water to that situation. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a slippery situation. Ain't no one want to be.
I understand. All right, next segment is called One Artist. Who is one artist that you wish the whole world knew about, other than yourself?
Cameron Whitcomb. I love Cameron Whitcomb so much. His music is awesome. I relate to none of it. Absolutely none of it, but I love it so much. It's all about drugs and drinking, and it's terrible, but it's amazing, and I love
God,
it.
it's so funny you say you relate to none of it. I relate to none of it. So I'm a huge fan of Chapel Roan, okay?
Okay.
And I relate to none of it.
Want to go down to the Pink Pony Club?
Sure, why not? All right, next segment is called Fly on the Wall. This is a new segment we're doing.
Okay.
In all of history, which room do you wish you were a fly on the wall in?
Ooh. Ooh, that is a great question. I mean, obviously it is. This is what you do. But
Oh, thank
that
you.
surprised me. I would want to be in, oh my gosh, when the song Janis Joplin sang, I don't know if she wrote it. I'm pretty sure she did, because she wrote a lot of her stuff, right?
She did, yeah, some.
I'd want to be in the room when she wrote.
Try.
No, not Try. Oh my gosh, it's the other one that I sing all the time.
Bobby McGee or Piece of My Heart.
No, it's not on stage. Mom's over here trying to feed stuff to me. It's not Ball and Chain, but Ball and Chain is pretty good. I do like that one. Oh my gosh, I'm completely blanking. Mom, where's my phone?
I've got it right here. Janet songs.
It's
Oh, I don't know. 14 best songs, maybe.
it's not gonna be 14 best songs.
Oh.
It's
Well,
obscure, huh?
Cosmic Blues. Cosmic Blues.
Well, let's see if she wrote it.
I would want to be in the room when Cosmic Blues was written.
Yeah, she wrote it.
like-
Yep, she wrote that
Yeah.
song. It was co-written with Gabriel Meckler.
I just in all of her songs, but specifically in that one, I can like feel her pain, and I love it so much.
So you just want
And
to
I
see what
wanna
she
be-
was going through when she wrote it.
Exactly.
Good stuff, man. I love that. Good, yeah, great answer. So Cosmic Blues by Janis Joplin. I'm going to tell you a little connection I have to Janis Joplin off air when we're done.
Okay.
So next one should be interesting from you. This is called Biggest Lesson. What do you think is the biggest lesson you've learned directly from music?
Directly from music. Ooh. I've learned a lot of like sour lessons that would probably not be very happy-go-lucky of me for an interview. So I'm trying to think of a good one.
So sour lessons are important too.
Well, yeah, but lighthearted interview, maybe not so much. Uh, oh well, this one's funny. Maybe don't trust a drunk woman to drag you somewhere because you might end up in a bathroom.
Okay, look, first of all, you shouldn't trust anybody to drag you anywhere, whether they're drunk or not, okay?
Yeah, yeah. This is very true.
You're just
I
more
have no time
likely
for you.
you're just more likely to be dragged to a bathroom when they're drunk rather than when they're not.
Exactly. It wasn't for anything seriously nefarious. She just wanted to show me a tattoo on her inner thigh.
Oh my god. Oh man, I love this show. All right, next one's called Moment of Gravity. This should be interesting because you're so young, but I have a feeling you'll come up with something badass as usual. So, Moment of Gravity is kind of like that moment in time, an event or something that happened that kind of led you on the path to where you are now, right? So, like, it just maybe something propelled you to do music and ended up, who Jillian Hudson is now. Do you know what that was?
I don't know what drove me to do music. I feel like it's just always been ingrained in me, but I definitely would not be where I am now if I hadn't gotten jealous over one of the young artists on, I think, America's Got Talent. My sisters were awing over her, were like drooling over her music. And I was like, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So they forced me to do it, and I could. I hit the notes and everything. So I would not be here if I hadn't been a jealous little nugget who needed attention.
I love that. No, that's great stuff. I have a feeling I know what artist you're talking about too, but we'll leave that alone. Next up is called Grateful. What are the three things you are most grateful for?
Mom perked up. I'm specifically not going to say you now. Good. She's over here dying. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna bust a rib. I would say I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for.
The
Oh yeah.
change in
I'm loving-
voice. Y'all heard the change in voice, right? Oh man.
I'm grateful for my parents, my mom, because she's my manager and she does everything, and she's my content creator. I don't touch that stuff. Because, like some women that want to, like some drunk women that want to drag you into bars, there are other terrible things that happen to young artists
Absolutely.
on the internet.
Yep.
So she takes care of everything internet related. And my dad plays guitar on stage with me, and he also sings backup, and he sings his own stuff when we have 3-hour shows, and I'm like, I'm
Yep.
sick. I'm grateful for my grandparents. They help out a lot. They would watch my little sister when we were at shows that she couldn't go to. They would make us dinner when we're home late. Like they're just awesome, and they've even helped out with like my vocal lessons.
Yeah.
They've helped pay for some of that, so they're awesome. And then, oh, I don't know. I think. Oh, and they paid for my song violin, so they helped. They are the entire reason I was able to record that. And then I think I would say my friends, because anytime I meet a new person and I like actually have like a connection with them after we get past the terrible, terrible small talk, when we get into deeper stuff and we become friends, they'll find out about my music because that's the first thing my mom says. She'll be like, "Hi, I'm Adrian. Do you know my daughter can sing? She does music.
Yeah.
She does music. Here's her card." She just pulls a card, a business card out of thin air, like freaking Cinderella's.
So, just so you know, Jillian, that's never going to stop.
I know.
Let me tell you what, I am
Yeah.
49 years old and my mom is still giving out business cards because my son is a podcast host. He interviews awesome people all the time. It never stops. So get used to it. And it's a really good thing that you have that in your life.
Exactly. So I would be grateful for my friends because they add a song or two to their playlists, and they're always talking to me, talking to their friends about me
Yeah.
and spreading it around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. So she didn't learn the art of the loophole yet because she could have gotten an extra one out of that by just saying grateful for family, friends, but see, she split family into parents and grandparents. You got to learn.
That way I didn't have to come up with an extra one.
Oh, so you did loophole it. I see. I got you. So that's the other side of the loophole. I got you. All right. So last one is called "Who Do You Think You Are?" Who is Jillian Hudson?
Jillian Hudson is a slightly socially awkward, very introverted extrovert who likes to write music, play with animals, and be left alone to read.
Nice. So that's called an ambivert, by the way. Yep. We have that in common. I am also a very introverted extrovert. So
Yes, sir.
I hate it. God, I hate it, man. Like, you just have to disappear sometimes, right?
Exactly.
Like all that energy you're giving to other people, and then you just have to go somewhere to re-energize and just, like, plug in almost, right? Is it the same
Yes,
for
sir.
you?
I'll look. Oh, 100%. I'll
Yeah.
be finished with a show and I'll do like 30 minutes to an hour of talking with people and I'll look at my parents like, help,
Yeah.
help.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, battery's dead.
Yep. I understand.
Or savings money.
Completely understand. So, you have several singles out. The curious nature in me as a fan of yours is, do we have like an EP or an album, or is it going to be singles
gosh.
totally?
Sorry, the dogs are freaking out. Dad walked in. Apparently, they don't know who he is. Would you repeat that question?
I was curious if you have an EP or an album on the way, or is it still just going to be single at a time?
It's gonna be singles for a little bit longer, but we're setting up. We're trying to get some stuff together to make an EP.
Awesome. So, just so you guys know out there, that is the skirting financial answer. I mean, basically, it's expensive, and so if you guys want new music from Jillian, help a girl out, right? So buy some merch, buy the music, go to a show.
Buy me a Shirley Temple. I wouldn't mind.
That's right. Make that happen. If you want more music from her, you got to support the girl. Speaking of support, where would you send people to support you? Where's the best place to follow along?
Best place would probably be Instagram, but I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I have my own website under Jillian Hudson Official, and if you want to support my actual music, like listening to my stuff, I'm on every single streaming platform you can think of under Jillian Hudson with my 6 songs: Dogs, Cowboy, Violin, Empty Room, Gingerbread Man, and Away.
We need Death Do Us Part, man. That song is
Death Do Us
something.
Part is next.
Nice.
It's recorded. It's
Man,
sitting there.
it's so good, man. Seriously good. Like, just so. I mean, when I was gonna ask you about that song, I totally expected you to tell me that somebody else wrote it and that you just recorded it because you loved the song, and
No soul.
and you wrote the song. Just couldn't sleep one night. Just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous stuff. That's why we podcast, guys. It's Jillian Hudson. Y'all make sure you're following along with the young lady. It's JillianHudsonOfficial.com. We're going to make sure there's a link in the description for that. She's on all your social medias like Facebook and Instagram, and I think you're on TikTok as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So make sure you guys are following all over the place. It's Jillian Hudson Official, I believe, everywhere. So the brand is pretty strong everywhere, or pretty uniform, rather, everywhere. Jillian, thank you so much for your time today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me out here. Radio interviews are my favorite thing to do.
Hey, this is Bronson from the Filthy Heathens. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Boston Chris Show.